We bring you the latest updates from the Pna Newsroom. The 1951 Mutual Defense Treaty between the Philippines and the United States is still under negotiation and evolution. President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. said this is due to many requests and proposals, particularly in the 2014 Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement or EDCA. The 1951 MDT is the longest-running defense pact between the Philippines and the U.S. troops. Marcos said concerns on security and defense cooperation between the Philippines and U.S. were discussed during the recent visit of U.S. Vice President Kamala Harris to the country. He said Harris assured that the U.S. would always stand with the Philippines in defense of international rules and norms, and that any possible armed attack against Philippine forces in the South China Sea would prompt the invocation of U.S. mutual defense commitments. National Security Advisor Secretary Clarita Carlos earlier said Marcos ordered for a scrutiny of the Mutual Defense Treaty. She said a group has been created to study and review the said deal. The temporary heads of the different government agencies are still enjoying the trust and confidence of the President, particularly on health and national defense. The Department of Health is currently headed by Officer in Charge Undersecretary Maria Rosario Vergeire. The President said Vergeire is doing a fine job as Health Czar, noting that the country is still reeling from the COVID-19 pandemic. Likewise, he said he is happy and satisfied with the performance of Defense OIC Senior Undersecretary Jose Faustino, who is a former AFP Chief of Staff and a member of the Philippine Military Academy's Maringal Class of 1988. Meanwhile, the President, who concurrently holds a position as Agriculture Chief, said he would like to achieve certain things before leaving the department. He said there are names being considered and he would make a nomination at the right time. Marcos is asking for the public's patience as he wants to appoint officials who will effectively do the job at hand. But for the time being, he said all the temporary heads are doing fine. The Philippine Ports Authority has started investigating incidents where passengers were charged for additional insurance in port. PPA spokesperson Eunice Samonte said they have cases under investigation based on the complaints of the public and on the agency's Facebook page. Samonte reminded the public that there are no fees collected for insurance as it is already covered by the ships they are riding. She urged the public to immediately report such cases to the port police. In an earlier Facebook post, the PPA General Manager Jay Santiago said anyone proven guilty of unauthorized collection of fees inside the port, including the mandatory passenger insurance, will face administrative charges. The PPA said only the terminal fee should be charged to passengers. In other news, Baguio City ushers in the Christmas festivities with the formal lighting of its giant Christmas tree tonight. Baguio City Police Office Operations Division Chief Lieutenant Colonel Domingo Gambican said the city government is leaving no stone unturned to assure the safety and security of the thousands of people who will converge on Session Road and other thoroughfares. The lighting of the Christmas tree will be followed by the resumption of the St. Louis University Lantern Parade. At least 200 police officers will be deployed to secure the expected large crowd that will watch the event, along with force multipliers from the Public Order and Safety Division, SLU, and other accredited groups. Gambican reminded the public to be alert, take care of their valuables, and keep their children close so that they will not get separated in the crowd. And that's the latest and the biggest stories from the Pna Newsroom. For more news content, visit our webpage or head on to the Philippine News Agency's Facebook and Twitter accounts. We are also shown on the social media pages of the Office of the Press Secretary and Radio Pilipinas RP1. Stay tuned for more news updates. I'm Marita Muaje with our stories that inspire change.